Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name's Rochelle, and I'm here to do a reading for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, wherever you have those in your chart. And we all have them somewhere, so this could be for you. That's my intention. And my readings are also, most of my readings are timeless, except for the dailies. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. Um, and yeah, feel free to check out your other placements. I have so many videos on my channel. Um, so today I'm going to be pulling cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And we'll see what we see. What's going on for water, people with water in their chart, potentially lots of water like me. All right, unfinished symphony, closing out a cycle, needing to close out a cycle, needing to tie up some loose ends before moving on to something new. By the book in protection, which is all about not doing things by the book. This is forging a whole new path. You know, it's like you're the little dude in the back, and you're just like, I think I'm gonna head off in the other direction because that sounds much more interesting. This is like following your genius, following your that inspiration that comes up that makes no sense, but it makes you really excited, and it's somehow maybe it comes on the tail of closing something out. Hey, Jojo. um yeah, closing something out, and then you decide to move in a whole new direction, in a way, or somehow doing something completely different, because you're just, I feel like with this unfinished symphony, you're like, whatever I've done up to this point hasn't worked so well, or even if it has, you're just like, kind of feeling done, feeling bored. Like, you just want to shake things up and come to the edge. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. This is about being willing to take that leap of faith. Coming to the edge, this is that card of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It can be a little bit nerve-wracking to try something new. But that's what the universe wants you to do. That's what you're here for. Um, you have some kind of genius to share with the world, and you're meant to do something with it. And so, it's that whole thing of feeling the fear, doing it anyway. Like I said, understanding fear is the acronym, false evidence appearing real. And then you jump and know that the universe is going to be that wind beneath your wings. You are going to fly. Something is going to come of this new endeavor. The universe will reward you for being authentic to who you are. So, put some wiggle in your wobble. I like that. Okay. I'm going to pull out the good tarot. What's the good tarot have to say about this? 10 of air. Here we have you closing out a cycle. Tens and, unfinished symphony, also a 10. Oh, isn't that interesting? And by the book happens to be an 11. That's very interesting. Yes. Yep. This is all about a gracefully ending something and moving into something else. This is it. It makes me think this is not you being taken, kicking and screaming. Because Change, as we know, is inevitable, even though we often don't like it. We often fight it with everything we have, and yet it happens anyway. And with this card here, it makes me think that you're just being proactive about it. You're like, you know what? I know change is coming anyway, so I'm going to make it easy and actually walk to that next thing, finish out a cycle, whatever that means. Um, because you're ready, you're excited for something totally new. Oh, and we get temptation. Temptation. I think this is temptation around wanting to stay in 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 a place that you know. It is very tempting to not try something new, to stay on the beaten path, follow those that have been before you, follow those who are like, I know the way, and this is the only way. It's like, um, we can end up doubting ourselves in a major way, especially when we want to follow our genius and we share that with someone and they're like, that's crazy. How in the world are you even going to make that work? That's not stable. You could end up destitute, whatever stories people give you or you give yourself. And it's, and it can be too that sometimes we're closing out a cycle in favor of a new one. There's a little place of limbo that a period of time of limbo that happens where you're not sure how things are going to play out. You have an idea. You're starting to move towards what you think you want, hoping things are going to work out, but there's so often there's that feeling unsure. And so what happens to a lot of us is we we let the doubts come in and then we indulge in things cuz we're freaking out. We get all up in our head and we're just like, okay, I got to go I got to go have a beer. I got to go like just sit and zone out in front of the TV, Netflix and chill like for days because I can't deal with the pressure of this of not knowing what's going to happen. And so there's this caution that's needed to rather than falling into the temptation to try and do things that um, are are going to help you in the long run. They're going to help your future self that are going to fortify you in the moment. Go for a walk, do some journaling, take a bath, um, go work out, hang out with friends that aren't going to encourage you to get wasted. Something that's going to actually nourish you and feel good. And you're going to wake up the next day and be like, yeah, go me. Uh-huh. Okay. Hello, Rohan. Good evening to you. Uh, okay. Um, oh, you're so nice. Thank you. Okay, and then we get the moon. Oh, and by the way, this is a card of Capricorn, and this is a card of Pisces. So maybe you have some Capricorn in your chart. Maybe you have some Pisces in your chart. I mean, we are doing water signs. So with the moon, this is about illusions. This is about needing to see beyond what what you think something is, using your intuition to read between the lines, to. get past the obstacles you think are being presented to you. It's that whole idea, like, obstacles aren't there to stop us, they're there for us to learn how to, creatively problem solve, to find a way around, to overcome. And that's your challenge here, is not being in this place of limbo, not knowing what's gonna happen when you jump. Um, it's learning to trust. Trust your higher power. Trust that the universe has your back, that it's going to work out. You made it through 100% of your worst days. It's, yeah, you got to really call on that faith. Ooh, hey, my ascendant is Scorpio too. Right on. All right, where are we at? I'm going to look at the Oracle Tarot. Saying I'm right so far. The Oracle Tarot. And we get the Nine of Wands, pause and observation. Yep. Yep. This is closing out a cycle and then kind of taking the time, stepping back. You're not jumping into anything right away. This is all about preparation. And dreams of change. Three of Wands. This is your, has to do with your idea of what you want. This new path that you're contemplating forging, that is different than anything you've ever done, maybe anything anyone else has ever done. It involves others. It involves support, encouragement, everyone shining their light to create the bigger light, connection, solidarity, unity, all the good things. This is about community. This is knowing that you want people by your side that have your back, and the universe will provide that. This is you moving decisively towards something new, and maybe that's a part of this unfinished symphony, is tying up loose ends with people who maybe didn't have your back so much. And we have the Empress, fertility and sensuality. The Empress. Does the Empress? The Empress. I don't know if the Empress has a, what do you call it? Zodiac sign attached to it. Anyway, this is the Empress is all about fertility, all about birthing something new into the world. Um, there's a period of waiting with any kind of birthing something new into the world. This is your kind of limbo. And so it's focusing on nourishing yourself, not falling into temptation, because you need to focus all of your energy on what's, build yourself up so that you can support and nourish whatever's you're birthing into the world. How about we do the Dreaming Way Tarot? Okay, we've got the Star. This is a Aquarius. The Star is all about wish fulfillment, feeling hopeful and inspired, thought and wanting to follow that inspiration, having been through it. The the card just before the star is the Tower, closing out a cycle, um, ending something, but it's for it's it happened for a reason. It was meant to shake you up so that you would move in a new direction. Sometimes we get pummeled like to pieces so that we can build ourselves back up again in a new way. I feel like the last couple of years have been like that for so many of us. So that's really good. Um, and the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel will turn in your favor when you follow your inspiration, follow your heart, follow that guidance from your higher power. Good things coming. Really good things coming. The Empress there. Yeah. And then with the Eight of Wands, just going for it. Maybe this is you, because this is about momentum and some kind of fast potential communication, making quick decisions. Once you know what you want to do, then you're just like, okay, I'm going to jump and go for it. Just going for it. Seriously. Um, I said this in another reading. I don't remember what book I read this in, but it's something like, more than doers, we are deciders. Once we decide what we want, the doing becomes easy. And that's what's happening here. You're Once you make that decision to move in this whole new way, then you just start to build momentum, and you can't even hear any kind of, any naysayers in your life. You're just like, "What? I can't hear you over the sound of the wind in my ears because you're moving so fast." Libra. Libra's the Empress. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Um, so where are we at? Okay. Hi. What am I doing? I don't know. I want to go with my black deck. My black deck. Ooh, Eight of Swords. Yes. This is that doubt that I was speaking about. Anxiety. Being like, I don't know what's going to happen if I jump, This is that kind of, like, this isn't quite to the sleepless nights point yet, but it's close. It's just like, I know what I want to do. I know what I need to do, but oh my God, it's scary. It's freaking me out. I feel stuck. And yet you're not stuck. You can get yourself untied. You can take the blindfold off. You can get around the wall of swords. That is all. It's all the mental anguish, the doubts, the fears. That is what leads you to this temptation, and why you need to be super careful about that. We all have it. We all go through it. Those periods of like, but I don't know what's around the corner. If only I could just see the next, what's going to happen with the next step, or I have this decision I have to make, and if I could just know what's going to happen with both of those, and then I can make the right choice. And it just doesn't work that way. And Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Taking those consistent baby steps, even in the face of fear, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And you have a vision, you have something that's leading you, and you're letting, this is you letting the universe guide you. And there's no need at a certain point because this is kind of where you go from pausing in an observation to you're starting to go. The train is starting to leave the station. Takes a minute to get going. And this is that kind of like initial movement before you get to full speed ahead. And the 10 of Cups. Yes. This is what you're moving toward. Ultimate fulfillment, wish wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. Oh, this is that happily ever after card. Not that there's actually such a thing, but it's it's the community, the love, the joy, the prosperity in all its forms. Just yeah, all will be well once you birth something new into the world and just yeah, yeah. Okay. Just yeah. Let me pull out the I feel like pulling out the wisdom of Avalon cards. The spider, creative projects. Mhm. Whatever this is that you're doing, it is creative in nature. It's some kind of project. And if you're not the creative type, you feel like you're not very, artsy or whatever, like remember that we're constantly creating our reality, the world around us. It doesn't necessarily mean you're like, you know, painting or something. It's the creative project is you and your life doing something creatively to bring something into the world. Whatever that means for you. And the Lady of the Lake. Oh, I love this card. Absolute truth, courage, self respect, and responsibility. This is taking responsibility for yourself, for your life. No one holds you back but yourself. So you look at where you've been, you take responsibility for that, you learn your lesson, and then you build up your courage. Self-respect. The absolute truth is what your intuition is trying to feed you, is what the universe is trying to feed you through your intuition. And that truth is what's guiding you. The truth that when you jump, you can fly. It's all about self-respect. Self-love, self-respect. 100% always, always. And the water fairy, feelings and emotions. Your feelings are your friend. With the Empress here, your feelings indicate if you're going in the right direction or not. How do you feel in any given moment? Chances are, whatever this cycle is that closing out, left you feeling less than good. Whatever this is, when you think about it, feels really good. Um, Feelings are meant to they're there. They're meant to help us move forward. They're meant to be an ally. Whatever feeling you're dealing with, whatever feeling comes up, it's meant to be acknowledged, to be used as a tool to help you pivot and course correct. Feelings are not meant to be stuffed. When they get stuffed, they get out of control, and then you make stupid choices. Speaking from experience. So, um, become friends with your feelings. And feelings are the main ingredient in manifesting what you want. When you think about what you want and then you feel what it would feel like to be there, like acting as if you already have it, even if it's just for a few seconds at a time, that is what actually manifests what you want into the world. Anyway, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to be consistent. Be consistent like the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to pull a chakra card. All right. Yeah, this deck is really cool. I'm really digging this deck. It was just gifted to me on Thanksgiving. So I'm very grateful for my new deck. Ooh, we have third eye chakra, protection, light element, Om. Protection. I release the need for armor and protection as I recognize that I am always guided and safe. The more I let go of fear and mistrust, the more protected I feel. It is safe for me to choose love and possibility over fear and hopelessness. I trust in my light, the divine light, and the wisdom that ensues from the alchemy of spirit and matter. All is perfect just as it is. Oh, this is really good. This is an amazing cherry on top right here. Yeah. We got the eagle there flying. Oh, and then we got the peacock. Like showing off your colors, your unique colors to the world, whatever being authentic means to you. And I want to say it says let go of fear and mistrust. Not always easy. And I don't know that we can let go of fear. Certainly those of us with a lot of water in our chart, that is not the easiest thing to do. What I think is much more helpful is to acknowledge the fear, acknowledge that part of us that's feeding the fear, love it, give it encouragement. It's feeding you the fear to protect you. So rather than trying to let something go, which can equate to stuffing something, you're actually allowing it in. You're embracing it. And by being acknowledged, it naturally dissipates, or it's that whole thing of, being the hero and feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And then you prove to that part of yourself that it's okay. And that's how the fear releases. Anyway, where are we at? I want to finish with the rune card. I love these rune cards. Don't touch the ceiling fan. Definitely not. Oh, God. Okay. This card always makes me think of my friend Jojo here. All the flooding and the tornadoes and everything being out of control. There are things in life we have absolutely no control over. Oftentimes, the only thing we do actually have control over is our response to the things that we're dealing with. If flooding happens, you get on top of that car. You don't let the water take you away. You do your best to keep yourself safe, to do the things that are going to help you in the long run. Hagalaz. Where are you, Hagel? This just came up for another reading recently. Hagalaz means hail or stone and is closely associated with the unpredictability of nature, which can cause widespread disruption. Nature is a force we cannot tame despite our best efforts. This rune suggests that crisis is taking over in some area of your life, or at least threatening to take over, and there is little you can do about it but wait and see where the dust settles. Oh my God. You've got this unfinished symphony, this crisis that you're closing out. And so you're in this process of waiting for the dust to settle, but feeling hope, feeling simultaneously feeling hope and anxiety. um, Knowing it's going to get somewhere in you, you know it's going to get better. Whatever disruption you are dealing with in your life is beyond your control, but what you can control is your reaction to it. That's right. If you can be patient, stay detached, and remain calm, you will weather the storm and may just find that the unwanted shakeup has given you an unexpected and liberating new perspective, insight, or direction. Bam, new direction. It may also remind you that sometimes things happen in our lives that we cannot explain. But these things are amazing opportunities for personal awakening and growth. Yes, things happen for you, not to you. Universe has your back, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. It's going to work out. You're going to be better for it. And something beautiful, something amazing is going to come from all this. Ultimate wish fulfillment. So you keep your sight set on that horizon. Keep taking those consistent steps forward, no matter how small they might be. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to pay off. All right. There's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.